Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, Words by Rethabile and Ntereke. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for coming. The channel is really all about poetry and my journey into poetry. So the reason why I decided to shoot this particular video is because a few days ago, after I posted the first video titled Introducing My Journey with Poetry to the channel, I had the opportunity to feedback with some friends and family about just the video, and they had a lot of questions. And one of the reoccurring questions was, if you've known for over half your life that you wanted to be a poet, how come it took you so long to get to a place where you are sharing poetry and you're actively in a space where you're pursuing this dream? And man, a lot of things went through my mind as I tried to figure out a way to answer that, but I wanted to share a few of these because I feel like these are some similar journeys that we can share, and I'm always happy to learn from other people. So one of the things is definitely life, life gets in the way. There is a particular way that you're expected to live. There is these rites of passage that you're supposed to go through, so to speak. So ungana wa hola o kena skolo, and past that you go to varsity, ha o qetile o lebeletse ho o sebetse o nyalwe o bele bana. Right. So apart from just life happening and the dream just sort of getting pushed back to the side somewhere, where it's sort of forgotten maybe, or in the khutla, but not necessarily the forefront of what I was trying to push. And one thing else that's really interesting is throughout my life, growing up, when you would be asked what do you want to be when you grow up, my answer was very shifty. Today it would be a nurse, tomorrow it would be a teacher, one other day it would be a lawyer. And it's funny because lawyer is actually the recurring one. And at the time I don't really think I understood what a lawyer was or what they did, but it sounded like a nice word and we went with it. Whereas contrary to me, there's my sister who has, from the age of 5 or 6, has been chanting I want to be a doctor when I grow up. And every time people would ask her, the answer was constant. It was the same answer. And fast forward 20-something years, here she is, and she is a medical practitioner, which is really amazing. And it's really exciting, but at the same time, it makes you question a lot of things, because it's how can somebody know from that early age? And I have been struggling with this for a while. So for me, I knew that I loved language, I loved words, I loved to write, but it didn't necessarily translate. I enjoyed poetry, it didn't necessarily translate. And as I went through different phases in my life, it became different things. At one stage, it was I wanted to be a preacher. Some other place, it was I wanted to be a mentor to young people. I wanted to be a teacher to teenagers. And then at some other place, I wanted to be a lecturer. So, it just kept evolving. But one thing that I knew for a fact was the gift was in hubua for me. My voice, the words, and that was the gift. And I think one of the things that I wound up saying to this person that was talking to me at the stage, which I'm really grateful for, because that conversation with her is actually the reason why I decided to do this video. I said to her, if I were to stand in front of my maker today, I would definitely be that guy in the parable of the talents who went and hid the talent. So if you don't know the story, it's a parable from the Bible, from the Gospels, and there were 3 servants. They were each given talents. One was given 5, one was given 2, one was given 1 talent. And the other 2, the one that had 5 and the one that had 2, went and traded and made more from these talents. And then this last guy that got 1 talent went and buried the talent, and when the master finally came around, went and dug it up and gave it back to the master. And that's how I feel about my life sometimes, that I have a lot of dreams and a lot of passion, but I haven't really been doing the work to push towards attaining those goals and those dreams. And I think now there's something in me that's really breaking forth, and what I want to say with this video is thank you. A big thank you to everybody that keeps pushing and following their dreams, because you are a part of why I am here. As I've watched some of you guys really push hard and explore your dreams, whether it's in farming, whether it's this or that or the other, mentorship and writing, a lot of you guys have really inspired me to this place. And I think also one thing that I want to say is there have been so many influences in my life leading up to this time. One of which is my high school teacher, Mema Sinyo. She taught me both Sesotho and English, which was really amazing because she gave me the platform to really believe that there was something great that I had to offer the world. She loved language and she was so excited every time she would get up in front of the class to teach. You could tell. And that really made me feel like I could connect with her at that place, because I'd always been the one who would be correcting people, like when they would speak, misspeak or mispronounce or whatever. The language police, so to speak. I was unbearable. I know that much. But she made me feel like it mattered, language mattered, and there was a particular way that it should be spoken and all of that. And then also there was Women of the Well, because we coined up Women of the Well, my friends Siziwe, Palesa and I, in high school. And there were a lot of other people around also at the time that inspired it. And as we went into varsity Roma together, the poetry just lived on. And even when we were in Roma, there was Poetry Farm, there were all these poetry shows and words that were happening around us that really inspired me to keep writing and keep working. And then we also would have these nighttime ciphers with some of these guys, what I say, Bokolo, Sabomang, they know themselves, and all of them would under the streetlights at Null, and people would just come and do freestyles and ciphers, and it was really amazing. And for me, it just kept me growing and reaching towards my dream. What I want to say is simply, if you know what the dream is, if you even have a little inkling on what that is, take small steps towards it. Trying to balance it with all of life is a burden, but the thing is, trying to hide the dream does not work either, because I've done that and it didn't work. And in my mind, I thought after I checked all the boxes and I was married and I was a mom and I had all of these things that I'd always been dreaming of, I would be satisfied. But then the dream keeps resurfacing every time there's some calm. And I just want to say one last thing is, your life is never gonna go into the silent calm mode where now everything is perfect and you can follow the dream. You have to start right now. Start with what you have. So that pretty much sums up the journey to this place here. And I just want to take the opportunity to thank every person that's encouraged me, cheered me on, believed in my dreams, and saw something in me that even I didn't see in myself. It means so much, and you are the reason that I am here. Thank you so much even for the support, the encouragement, the WhatsApp messages, and all the love I've been receiving since I started the channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and otherwise I'll see you next week when I do the commentary on the poem Introductions. Bye!